Have you ever wondered what true friendship and loyalty look like? Let's take a journey together. Imagine a man and his loyal canine companion walking side by side along a tranquil road. Suddenly, the man is struck by a peculiar realization. He's no longer alive, and neither is his loyal friend. They've both passed on, yet here they are walking together as they had done for countless years. As they traverse this mysterious road, they spot something captivating. A high white stone wall, seemingly made from the finest marble. At the apex of a hill, the wall is interrupted by a tall arch, bathed in sunlight and promising something beautiful beyond. As they draw closer, they see a gate within the arch, shimmering like mother of pearl. Beyond it, a golden street. A man waits at a desk near the gate. The traveler calls out, "Excuse me, where are we?" The reply comes, "This is heaven, sir." The man was in awe of the beauty of heaven, but had one pressing question. His eyes rested on his furry companion, the one who had been with him through thick and thin. He turned to the man at the gate, his voice filled with hope. "Can my friend," gesturing toward his dog, "come in too?" The man at the gate, with an apologetic tone, replied, "I'm sorry, sir, but we don't accept pets." The words hung in the air like a chilly breeze, taking away the warmth of the heavenly glow. The man's heart sank. He looked at his faithful friend, his eyes mirroring his sadness. He was at the doorstep of paradise, but was it truly paradise without his loyal companion? He was faced with a choice between eternal bliss and the unconditional love of his best friend. The decision, however, was not as hard as one might think. With a resolute look on his face, the man turned away from the pearly gates. He chose loyalty over luxury, friendship over fanciful sights. His decision was met with a wagging tail and a nudge from a cold, wet nose. His heart swelled with love for his dog, and in that moment, he knew he'd made the right choice. And so they continued on their journey. The road was long and winding, but they were not alone. They had each other. Every step they took was a testament to their unbreakable bond. The man and his dog, two wanderers in the vast expanse of the unknown, choosing to face whatever came their way together. The man chose to stay with his loyal friend and continue their journey together. Because sometimes, the true essence of heaven isn't in the gold streets or glowing gates, but in the company of those we love and cherish. After all, what is paradise without the ones who make our hearts feel like home? After a long walk, the man and his dog reached another gate. This gate was unlike the first. It was simple and unadorned, leading to a humble farm. There, a man was leisurely leaning against a tree, engrossed in a book. The traveler, parched and weary, called out to the reader, "Do you have any water?" The man, looking up from his book, replied, "Yeah, sure. There's a pump over there." He gestured toward a spot hidden from the gate's view, adding, "Come on in." The traveler hesitated, his eyes shifting to his loyal companion. "How about my friend here?" he asked, nodding toward his dog. The reader simply responded, "There should be a bowl by the pump." Relieved, the man and his dog entered the farm. True to the reader's word, there was an old-fashioned hand pump with a bowl beside it. The traveler filled the bowl, quenching not only his thirst, but his faithful friends as well. After their thirst was satisfied, they made their way back to the man under the tree. Curiosity piqued, the traveler asked, "What do you call this place?" The reader looked up from his book, a hint of a smile playing on his lips, and said, "This is heaven." Confusion swept over the traveler's face. "Well, that's confusing," he said, recounting his previous encounter at the pearly gates. The reader laughed, shaking his head. "Oh, you mean the place with the gold street and pearly gates? Nope, that's hell." Confused, the man mentions the other heaven he encountered. The reader's response was not something the man expected. "Oh, that place with the golden streets and pearly gates? No, that's not heaven, that's hell." The man was taken aback. He looked at his faithful companion, then back at the reader, confusion etched on his face. "But they told me it was heaven," he protested. The reader, still leaning against the tree, shrugged. "They've been known to do that. It's a common misunderstanding." His tone was calm, almost amused. The man was silent for a moment, processing the revelation. "So, this is the real heaven?" he asked, gesturing around the simple farm. "And they don't allow dogs?" His voice was filled with disbelief. The reader nodded. "That's right, they don't allow dogs." The man looked down at his furry friend, who wagged its tail and looked up at him with clear, trusting eyes. "But why?" he asked. The reader shrugged again. "I guess they don't want to deal with all the fur. Or maybe they just don't understand the bond between a man and his dog." The man stood still, considering this. His heart ached at the thought of leaving his loyal friend behind, of entering into a paradise that wouldn't accept them both. But then he looked at the reader, at the simple farm, at the pump with the water bowl beside it, and he knew where he belonged. He turned to the reader. "Thank you," he said, his voice filled with gratitude, "for letting us in, for understanding." The reader smiled, a warm, genuine smile. "It's my pleasure. It's not heaven without our best friends, is it?" In the end, the man learned the true value of friendship and loyalty. He realized that a paradise that wouldn't accept his faithful companion was no paradise at all. He understood that true friendship required sacrifice, that loyalty was more valuable than gold or pearls. And he found his place, not in a grand, shining city, but in a simple farm with his best friend by his side.
What's your next step towards greatness? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to reach new heights. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and keep believing in the power of your dreams.